Hello everyone, this is Alex at Ballade Sports. Today is November 18th and we have just received, you see in the background, our shipment for our titanium exhaust. We have some over here as well. We have our turbo kits, our FK8 titanium exhaust, and these are majority our S2000 dual and single titanium exhausts. So I'm going to do an unboxing today. Everyone that has pre-ordered, most of these are sold. So we do have some left over. I wanted to tell everybody thank you very much for sticking with us and waiting on this pre-order. I worked really hard and spent a lot of money to make sure that this came out as best as possible. Any of the old issues that we had with the stainless exhaust, those are all been eliminated. It took a while for us to find out about those things. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a shout out to S2K DIY guy. This is the person that loves to throw me under the bus. But he did have some nice things to say in the beginning when he purchased, I guess he purchased secondhand or purchased through somebody else, one of our stainless exhausts 2 years ago. Track drove that exhaust to the brink of it failing, and when I say failing, some of the welds inside broke. There was like 5 spot welds that ended up breaking, and it started rattling. The exhaust still worked, but obviously the rattle drove him nuts. But that's after 2 years of track driving, and he decided to make a YouTube video and cut it open, and then show the world and everybody that, oh, Ballade Sports are failures. Now, here's the thing. I openly admitted that I used the ASM S2000 exhaust, the S Special exhaust, to make this Type S exhaust. That was the best exhaust I've ever heard, and I basically sacrificed my own ASM exhaust to be able to manufacture this for the public because it was discontinued over a decade ago. Nobody got to have one anymore. So when I got my hands on one, I became the guinea pig. I had my factory cut it open, studied the design, and guess what? That flaw in the welding rattle, that was not my design. That was ASM's design. That's what ASM gave us. And if you look back in the old old forums and stuff like that, people would complain to ASM about that rattle as well. And so I didn't know about it at the time, and then it took a couple years for us to finally find out that happened. And we tried to help everybody out as much as possible, but after a couple years, I'm sorry, I can't warranty race. I don't know any company, not Honda themselves, would warranty anything that was raced habitually and then failed, and then you blame Honda or something like that. Honda's going to say, forget it. Like, I don't care. So I'm kind of like venting a little bit because I felt like it was a little bit unfair for us, put under fire for something that, that worked for a couple of years and still works for many customers that had purchased our stainless exhaust, but just didn't, put it through the ringer the way, these guys did. And when I say these guys, it was the DIY S2K YouTuber, and then he reached out to all these other people, and everybody loves to throw us under the bus. And then out of 200 exhausts, maybe basically he got about 8 people, 8 people to say, hey, I had one of those exhausts that rattled and failed, because of the exhaust welds on the inside. Again, ASM's design, not my design, but we did learn from it. And that's where I'm showing you guys these titanium exhausts right here. We learned what the problem was. We fixed it in every effort to make our titanium collection the highest quality with the most affordable price tag. That's not an easy thing to do. Everybody wants to pay this much, but get this much in quality. Very difficult task to try to jump hoops. Oh yeah, by the way, I am wearing AlphaTauri today because it is the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I think the sprint race already happened or is going to happen today. I can't remember. Oh yeah, it happened yesterday. I haven't seen the results, so don't nobody tell me anything. Don't post anything. So the sprint, I'm pretty sure I know who won, and it wasn't AlphaTauri, which is my favorite team right now because they're kind of the underdogs. They're not they're the B team, not the A team with Red Bull. You know, they're the guy, but they are the only other ones that sport Honda engines, and that's what I love. I support Honda, and I support what we've done over the years, and you know, I'm trying to follow in those footsteps in a very, very tiny way. You know, Yuki Tsunoda is the driver I like. He's not, you know, he's very foul-mouthed. I like that. And then and then he has the best attire. All the other clothes I've seen in the on Formula One, all the other clothes, they don't have much style, and I like this style. You know, it has the little Japan logo right at the bottom of it. So, anyways, back to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the titanium exhaust. I'm going to do an unboxing right now to show you guys what's going on. The pre-sale is still going on. Most of the exhausts are spoken for, but I do have some extras still that we can sell. Because it's Black Friday week, basically, I decided to leave the pre-sale price on the titanium exhaust current until Cyber Monday. Now, unfortunately, with our website having the Black Friday sale and then items that are kind of existing on pre-sale, it kind of screwed things up. So I had to change the price on the website and use a 5% coupon code to get the original pre-sale price. Single exit S2000 exhaust is $1,100. Retail when we take off on pre-sale is $1,300. So it's a $200 difference for the titanium single exit S2000 exhaust. The dual exhaust right there, the dual exhaust is $1,500 retail, and then it is on pre-sale for $1,250. So $250 discount for pre-sale price if you order while we still have them in stock and while it is on the pre-sale. Again, it ends November 27th at 11:59 p.m. That's when you can still order this exhaust and get it on the pre-sale price. Okay, so well, let's get going. I'm gonna open up one of the single exhausts, and then gonna give you guys an unboxing and see how you like it. Okay, here we go. This is the single exit exhaust, and just like, you know, everyone else, when I buy car parts, I get really excited, and you know, I sometimes I'm ooh and ahhing at the same time, you know. So this is not the first time unboxing for me, because I had to go through samples and test fitting and so on and so forth when it came to this exhaust. But nevertheless, it's still fun for me too, guys. So we have this first box, and it's double boxed because I did learn from the very first time I made the single exit exhaust, because of the fact that UPS and FedEx and all these shipping companies really destroy our boxes. They destroy them and they just really beat them up. I've even had, oh man, one time I shipped an exhaust out to NorCal, and the freaking UPS stole one of the pipes out of the whole freaking box. I don't know what happened, but they said that they had to open it. I don't know if the box got messed up or something. They had to open it, and instead to put it back on the conveyor, all they did was just basically take the pipe, take the mid pipe out, and then just ship the exhaust. The customer was so pissed at me, and then made it seem like I was the bad guy. And you know, UPS didn't even take ownership of it, even though we did a claim. It's such BS. But again, rambling. This is how it looks packed. So packing, because titanium is a little bit more sensitive to having dents, you know, because we want it lightweight. The metal's a little bit more sensitive to dents. So here's all. This is the way they packed it from the factory, but me and my staff, we are also going to reinforce the packing just to be sure, because one, I didn't like how close this was when we opened it the previous time. So we're gonna go and make more, we're gonna make more effort to ensure that the safety of the exhausts are intact when we ship them. Okay. There's the muffler right here. The mid pipe right here. And we have our clamp. We have our hanger, our differential hanger, and our gasket. Okay. Now let's start with the mid pipe. Completely wrapped. Unravel a mess here. Man, there you go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at the titanium welding right there. I'm super, super happy the way the factory was able to do this. Cut this without trying to scratch the exhaust. Don't want to scratch anything. Be super duper careful. Oh, look at that. This is a very, very beautiful product. I actually, even myself, I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I was able to make this. This is pretty amazing to me too. You see this little guy right here? This guy, go closer to the camera here. This is to make sure that the exhaust hanger doesn't come off. This bracket right here, oh, you know what? I'm gonna hold it with this because I don't want to get any fingerprints on it. So you see this bracket right here? I made sure to have welded a bracket right here because in the past, ASM had a problem with the titanium cracking right at the welds over here, right? Where the resonator is. That's Japan having this problem. And then in their later models, they added a bracket here. So I made sure that we did the same because we didn't want to have that issue. But yeah, I made every effort to make sure that this came out very beautiful. So that's that part. Not sure if you guys want me to unravel the rest of it, but I think the main part, the rest of this is we have the hem bolts right here. So I can just take that off. Again, for the sake of not wanting to get fingerprints on the titanium. There you go. There's the Helmholtz exhaust part. We have that on all our S2000 exhausts. And then the rest of this is the flange right here. Let me go to the next part. This fell off. This was on here. But again, you see these guys on each end here. Let's see. Here. Ooh, there you go. There's our blue burned titanium exhaust tip. And right here, you could see I had this welded right here and polished off smooth, so that way the inner pipe and the outer pipe were basically one piece, because the older versions had like a little bit of a, like it was press fit. And again, you know, for the sake of not trying to have any complaints, you know, I made sure that's one whole piece. Now, just to give more emphasis on the exhaust tip. They polished the titanium too, so if you didn't notice, it's a little shinier than the raw titanium right here. So the tip is nicely polished with the nice blue burn that I like a lot. This is nice, you know, and yeah, I know you guys may sound like I'm, you know, feeling myself, aren't I? But it's not just that. It's really being able to see something come to life, an idea that you have that you want to bring to the table. Again, I know this one was essentially a recreation of the ASM exhaust, but you know, I did do some things different. The ASM exhaust was not a slip fit. It was a really long one-piece exhaust. Made it really a headache for them to ship, I'm sure. So for shipping purposes, you know, we made it, for packing purposes, we made it a slip fit design. So you'd slip your mid pipe, which I'm gonna take right here. But basically, just slide this side into this side, just like that. And obviously we have our clamp, which is our clamp that goes here. You would obviously put it in before you slip fit, and then you have your clamp, and boom, 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 well, it connects, and you have your exhaust. So 1100, guys. For this one right now, it's going to go to 1300 right after November 28th, right after the Cyber Monday. The dual exhaust is 1500 retail and 1250 right now for a dual muffler exhaust. The other one goes like right out here, and you have two mufflers and a resonator for 1250 in grade 5 titanium. I don't know anywhere else you can find that kind of price for that many mufflers, or even I know Tomei makes a titanium exhaust. I think they're around 1100, which is, you know, a good price, but they don't even have a resonator. There's just one long pipe, titanium pipe, and then they have a bullet cam muffler, which is extremely loud. This is no drone. That's what I wanted from the get-go. They did such a great job in Japan with ASM with no drone. This I had to bring back for the community to have. So there you have it, guys. That is the titanium exhaust for sound clips and everything. You can go to my previous videos where we have on our listing. If you need to search for it, you can go on YouTube, or you could just, when you look up the titanium exhaust on our website, there's links to the YouTube on the listing. So there you have it, guys. This is the unboxing of the single exit titanium exhaust for the S2000. I really hope you guys like it. Again, thank you very much to everyone who pre-ordered and supported us. We are shipping out all week long.